everyone, Tina Gal here with my Scrappy Ideas, and today I am back with a double page layout using the new Zoe collection from Close to My Heart. This is in our new 2016 catalog that's available now. And I have to say, this is my favorite paper packet in the entire catalog. I have just enjoyed working with it so much. And so today I'm working with a sketch that's from Scrapbook Generation. And I had these photos from a Disney trip back in, I believe it was 2007. And it was just some random photos that I had taken from the monorail, and then I had one of the monorail itself. And so I kind of wanted to document it. And we love riding the monorail around the resorts, and it goes through Magic Kingdom and all of that, and then just all of the beautiful sights that you can see. And so I wanted to document that. And I also wanted to take the chance to document the different transportations that we take while we're there on Disney property. So a lot of the journaling, it will be little bullet journaling, and you'll see all of that in a little bit, and I'll explain more. But that's kind of the basis of the photo and the journaling and where I was going with this. So for the sketch, they had you cut a lot of these little strips, and it's just building basically a pattern paper across the bottom. So you could simply put a strip of pattern paper if you wanted. But this is a lot of fun to get a lot of different patterns going. And this layout turns out to be a really simple and clean looking layout, even though it's extremely busy with all of the prints in this patterned collection, or this paper collection. But a lot of that is to do with having it on the white background, and so you can get away with a lot of the busy patterns and stuff. And also I kept a lot of that white showing, so that's another thing that you can kind of get away with, having a lot of busy patterns too. So if you have a collection that has a lot of busy patterns, a lot of different colors, and all of that going on, and you want to use it, then try to use it in small bits. Keep lots of white open space, and that doesn't mean that it has to be white pattern paper, but just lots of open space where you can see a solid background or a tone-on-tone background if you're using patterned paper. And you can get away with using that. And normally if you're working on a lot of busy prints like that and you have a lot of photos, you'll want to matte your photos. But since mine are going up against the white, then that's kind of acting as my mats for my photos. Man, my tongue is tied today. Okay, so I put all of those little strips at the bottom. It has banners at the top. All of that pretty much followed the sketch pretty close. I wanted just a little bit more color, a little bit more grounding, and so I took this coral shimmer trim from Close to My Heart, and it comes and it's about a 1/2 inch wide. Well, I just cut it with scissors down the middle to make two narrower strips, and I put some across the top where the banners are going. You could also sew with a sewing machine or hand stitching and use colored embroidery floss, and that would be really pretty. And then I also took it across the bottom and went out past the design of the papers and stuff, and that really added a lot to the layout. And then here is where I was talking about some of the journaling that I was doing. And I took my piercing tool, and I took my pencil first and just kind of drew a couple of squiggly lines across the bottom. And then I took my piercing tool and made stitching holes throughout that. And I just did a back stitch, and I used green embroidery floss so it would really pop against those patterned papers. And then the Zoe complements that go with it, they have this fabulous printed on craft cardstock embellishments and little titles and labels and all of that. So I added a label up at the top. And then the other ones down at the bottom where my stitching and journaling is going to go, they had these numbers. And so I took 1 to 10 and I just scattered those around. And then I printed off some journaling, and I basically am just typing out the different forms of transportation that we can take on Disney, such as the first thing that we do is Magic Express when we fly in with Southwest, which we don't fly that away anymore, but when you fly in the major airlines into the major Orlando airport, then Disney will pick you up and whisk you away to your hotel, and your luggage magically appears, and you never touch it from the time you get onto a flight. So it's really great. So, I talked about that. I talked about the buses, and the water taxi and the boats and the monorail and, you know, park hopping and all of that, and just a little bit of journaling. And I typed that out and then cut it into strips and added it along those numbers. Then for my title, I just took some thickers. These are chipboard glittered thickers, and they're kind of this real shimmery coral color, so they matched in pretty well with that shimmer trim that I chose. And this big splotch of paper over onto the left was a perfect place to just pull out a long title. And so I'm just going to put out Disney's Ride with a View. And I used 3 different fonts. Again, it's very busy, lots of different colors, different sizes, different fonts, but it works because there's so much clean space around it, and I pulled it all out. And then I punched little Mickey heads with my Mickey punch out of the different pattern papers and just lined it up along that focal photo of the monorail. And I just thought that turned out really, really cute. I'm really proud of that one. And then that arrow is another sticker that comes with the compliments and these little flowers with the leaves. And so I just finished it off with all the different embellishments that are in this packet for the Zoe collection. So if you haven't checked it out, be sure to hop onto my website. It's myscrappyideas.ctmh.com, and you can see this whole collection and all of the other ones that are new for this year. Here's just a couple of more little Mickey heads that I did. I always try to put hidden Mickeys, and this one I'll have to say that I really put a lot on this one, but again, I thought it was really cute, and it was just repeating more of those patterns. And then the last thing that I did here were these little enamel triangles, and they're in the green color, and so these are from Close to My Heart as well. And I went ahead and just added a couple pointing to the title, and then I'm going to have a couple underneath the little banner that I stamped the date on, just pointing out. So it's just another little embellishment to kind of point your eye where I want you to look and to flow around the page. So I hope you enjoyed this layout, and if you don't have a Close to My Heart consultant, I'd love to help you out. And I hope you've enjoyed another double page layout with lots of photos. I know I get lots of requests for double page layouts, so I hope you enjoyed this one. If you're not a subscriber, I'd love to have you subscribe. If you enjoyed the video, a thumbs up is always appreciated. I thank you for watching, and I hope you have a fabulous day. And here are some still shots at the end and close-ups of the layout. Thanks for watching, and we will see you real soon. Bye.